Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 11 of RWBY Volume 4. If the image of the camera or whatever seems a little different to you, I'm trying a new resolution. Hopefully the movements and everything is a-okay. If things look a little blurry or just look a little off, let me know. I'll just change it back. But anyway, with this episode, very well paced. I love the pacing throughout the entirety of the season, to be honest. Even though I did make an episode review saying how, we're not going to get all of our questions answered, or the questions that we really wanted answered in this volume, we're not going to get those answers till much later. Still, this has not been a bad volume, and we have been getting a lot of world building, well-needed information, character development, characterization, and the story is moving along, as are the characters. And this episode just perfectly has the right amount of screen time for all the characters, all the necessary characters. Just a really, really good episode. I loved it. But we start off with the bae herself, Cinder. Cinder. So she's practicing her new powers, not doing too well. Salem, OMG, she is a boss. I'm gonna need more screen time with her real soon because she might just move up there in the ranks for me. I don't know, but Salem, I like her. Okay, but Salem wants Cinder to work hard, and then Tyrion comes in after his loss with Crow and the fact that RWBY chopped off his tail. He comes in, he's all fidgety and stuff, and he's really hoping that Salem isn't mad at him, and Salem said that she's disappointed in him. So he starts crying, he's freaking out, lets out his anger on one of the Grimm there, and then he still keeps on crying and everything, but then he goes into sadist mode and starts having fun, just beating it senseless, and it's just like, dude, I freaking love your types of characters, man. I love those kinds. Those characters, I can't help it. It's just a thing with me. But Salem looks at that scene there and she's just like, oh my god. Honestly, I wonder if Cinder is going to change. Do they keep hinting that Cinder might change for the better? I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I've always liked her like this, but it's nice that she's getting somewhat of a character development. She's starting to realize more things, that things are starting to become a bit too much. So I don't really know. We'll see how this goes. She's clearly not going to get her full development in this volume. In fact, I think maybe next week or maybe the week after. I'm not too sure. But the finale should be coming up soon. But ignoring that, let's go over with Yang. Yang, she totally pimped out her arm. Never thought I'd ever say that sentence, but she pimped out her arm. And it's all black and yellow, looking fly. And then she goes into the garage. We see that motorcycle man or motorbike, whatever you want to call it, we see once again. Oh, that was great. I was just basking in the greatness, oh yes, take it for a spin, girl. And then her father walks in and he's not gonna stop her. However, he wants to make sure that she knows what she's going to do next, and she's not just going out there to be reckless. We know where RWBY is. She's heading over to Mistral, so is Yang going to do the same thing as RWBY? We don't really know. We didn't get that answer. Then we move on to Weiss. Weiss, with the help of her butler, I think his name is Klein, if I got that right. He helped her escape. But before escaping, Weiss overheard a conversation between her father and, forgot the other dude's name, but he's a part of the council, and he has decided to put up the borders and no one's leaving when no one's getting in. Donald Trump style. I'm sorry, I won't bring politics into my reviews ever again. And Weiss has successfully escaped and is on her way to meet up with Winter. And then later on, we go with Blake and Sun. Sun is a-okay. Of course, he still has an injury, but overall, the man's alive, and that's all that's important. And they have this really nice conversation where Blake is just saying how she prefers to be alone for a reason, and she hopes that her friends are mad at her for leaving because it'll make the pain better. If her friends hate her, then she won't have a reason to go back and see them. Of course, she misses them, but if she hangs around them, her friends will get hurt. And this happens consistently. So Blake, she starts, you know, telling all this to Sun, and then Sun, my boy Sun, man, he's just so like, don't worry, I'll always be there for you. And about Ilya, I won't fight her for you, I'll do it for revenge. It's just like, Sun, I freaking love you. And then Blake, oh my gosh, Blake, she smiled and she said, my hero. Oh my gosh. Now I just need her to say that to Yang and Bumblebee will be complete. Blake's awesome parents just so happen to be listening in, and they uncovered more truth about the White Fang, more specifically Adam's branch, and how Adam, he's going to take over the entirety of the White Fang, or at least is trying to, and then is going to lead everyone to make another raid, this time to Haven Academy. So it'll be the Fall of Beacon all over again. So something tells me that the entirety of Volume 5, which was confirmed for Fall 2017, if you did not know, but Volume 5 is definitely going to be an arc about, you know, Haven and, you know, Mistral and stuff like that, you know, like trying to stop anything bad happening over to Haven. That seems pretty apparent to me. But hey, you know, I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like. You know, like how with Volume 3, it was apparent that, you know, that was going to be, the majority of it at least was going to be, you know, the tournament arc and stuff like that. So, yeah. But anyway, so Sun, he's just so like, okay, now we gotta destroy the White Fang. But Blake is all like, no. We are going to take it back. So Blake probably wants to restore order back to the White Fang and make it to what it once was, what it was trying to be, you know, not an assassination group, but a group to try to unify both the Faunuses and, you know, humans and stuff. Although, you know, humans weren't really a part of the White Fang, but you know what I'm saying, like the White Fang was trying to, you know, be in equal terms with the humans. And lastly, we go over with Ren and Nora. They're running back over to Kuroyuki, and Ren freaks out because that creepy Grim that destroyed his town is back. This is going to be the creepiest Grim we have ever seen. We have seen many types of Grim. Large Grim, small Grim, more monstrous-like Grim, more animal-like Grim. But this one, oh boy, this one. And that was this episode of RWBY Volume 4. Let me know your thoughts and catch me later as I review Demi-chan and March Comes In Like a Lion. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.